This is Dead Rising 2 off the record. We're on Xbox Series X, so we're getting a crisp 1080p at 60 FPS with HDR support, which does look quite wonderful. So this is my favorite entry in the Dead Rising series. I love Dead Rising 2 off the record. It's basically Dead Rising 2, but they totally threw away the main character, Chuck, in order to add in Frank West, and honestly, it adds a lot to the game in terms of like story, and you get a little bit extra content. They really just have fun with this one in terms of the gameplay style, and you already had this really perfectly well done world. Now, if you were playing Dead Rising 2, you're like, wow, it's like the exact same game, and they just, changed the protagonist and changed the story stuff. Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, you get a new zone, but this really was just, that exact thing. But it also added this great feature that I absolutely love called Sandbox mode. So Sandbox mode is one where you can go and do challenges. Psh, nobody cares about that. But the real magic of Sandbox mode is you can just play this forever. And it's also cooperative, so you can grab a buddy if you want. But it's something that you can literally just sit there and you can play it forever. Like, really, it's fantastic. So I actually, back in the day, when this was on Xbox 360, wow, it's been a long time, I did an overly long series where I played this game, just having fun and actually creating like a little bit of my own story in it and stuff. And yeah, it was just a really enjoyable game that I love playing, and obviously the prophecy of hip hop extra extra large, never forget. But yeah, I really do just absolutely love this game. It's so well done. It's so interesting. The design of the world is such a fantastic upgrade over the first Dead Rising. Like, I guess the Dead Rising 2 line up in general is just like this fantastic increase in scope and style. It once again retains the whole element of... Actually, do they have wine in here? Ooh, a majestic wine, a nice red. Anyways, oh geez, it's the looters. They retain the elements of like battling against the clock. This one was a little bit easier clockwise when the actual story is being played, because you don't have to deal with the whole child element of play, which was kind of annoying in Dead Rising 2. And it just really is a blast. So many more weapons. You've got weapon comboing and creation. It just really is so fantastic and so interesting. I just love this game so much. You've got that kind of funny, quirky angle, because it's very serious. Like, this entry of the series, again, was a pretty serious release DVD slash... Oh, geez, that's funny. This one really was actually trying to be serious too, and then, it's still got that really wacky element, and then you've got crazy people you have to deal with, and obviously the hordes of zombies. And I think they did a good job of expanding the zombie hordes in this, and the dynamics of them, and it does actually look more realistic in terms of, I guess you could say, zombie elements. They improved them a lot, and even now, it looks fantastic. I really wish they would have maybe bumped things up a little bit further. I think that's a little bit disappointing, because, I think they could have went further. I think you actually need to take these two... Yeah, you actually have to go to, like, a crafting table thing. That's annoying. Okay, should I get rid of the whiskey? I don't know, I'll keep the whiskey. But yeah, it's just such an expansive world with so many different elements of like creativity and things you can discover. Oh yeah, orange juice is like the bomb. That's the stuff you want to hold on to, because that one heals your health like crazy in this. But there's so many like cool, weird characters that you meet along the way. So many new food items, and it just takes the concept of the original Dead Rising game. It's the same kind of idea. You're in a mall, there's zombies, you got to deal with them. But it just expands the scope of it and the goals of what you're doing to a new level, which I think really is truly quite exciting. Where is the... I think I have the crafting table, because I want to show this off. It's kind of fun. And obviously, you know, we get the benefit of like what we did with the, well, I don't know if you've seen the Dead Rising 1 video I did on the remaster there, because this is like a remastered release, quote unquote. But yeah, we get like really quick loading. It's just like even a slight inconvenience to go between areas now, which is fantastic. And obviously the scope of this one was expanded upon further. Like this is kind of actually annoying that you have to go to a crafting spot, because I'm not used to that again with the later Dead Rising games. But yeah, just like the different areas you can go, where it's so funny. The different areas you can go are fantastic, and the jeez, okay. So many interesting spots. He stole my lightsaber. No, don't drink the orange juice. Oh, I'm angry. I don't remember them normally going in this area. I can't believe they took my lightsaber. Where did he go? Is that him there? Is he running into the Atlantis area? He's running into a horde of zombies and he's gonna get munched alive. Yeah, the looters are kind of annoying. But yeah, I like Sandbox mode because it's just this freedom of exploration and discovery and things you can do and excitement that you can have. And of course the PP system is back, so it's like your XP and you're randomly getting new improvements to your health, your storage, and as you level up you get all these different like benefits and stuff and new moves, and yeah, you're also discovering combo builds, I guess, as well. It's a lot of playing around with certain things unless you look online in order to find a helpful guide of things that combo together quite well. But that's sort of the fun of it, is the discovery of, you know, new weapons and things that you can unleash upon the zombie hordes that you're dealing with. Yeah, accuracy is a lot better in this one for the handgun. And it took the concepts of the original, and it really did a lot of new things with it that I think are quite fun, and over time, very memorable. I think this one, just because it's my favorite, I'm going to remember for quite a while. Now, I know other people won't necessarily feel the same way, I guess, because I think this is, you know, it's kind of like a spin-off, so I don't know if it holds the same... What is going on today? I don't think it holds the same nostalgia for others. Like, I don't remember this being a thing where they would just jump you when you grab an item. I don't remember that being a thing at all. That's kind of driving me nuts. But yeah, you get these like sick combo weapons you get to unleash, and the deadly systems back too with the zombies daytime and stuff at night. It's kind of cool. And I think this one was fun because they added a lot of new kind of areas and things that you could discover and find, and more secrets and more funny things and quirky stuff. It really is just the ultimate silly zombie survival kind of game. And again, you can actually quest in this, like do actual missions. I'm just, again, showing off the Sandbox mode because I find this hilariously fun for me to go around and just, you know, mess with the zombies. It's very unserious, this mode. And we will leave another area, but this is literally the best spot in the game to chill at. This is the Palisades. Yeah, this is the best spot to be in. What is with the quantity of looters? Did they increase the number for this remaster? I do not remember there being so many of them out here. Oh yeah, and books again kind of increase your abilities to certain degrees, like with our durability of our items. Okay, there we go. So we go here for guns, and you get like unlimited guns to shoot at things. Off the wall shotguns. Don't want to do the 50 cal. Yeah, okay. Usually you don't take the Merc gun because it doesn't last long. But we'll have to go and get some food before I die, because I'm not used to being assaulted by so many looters. It really seems like a large quantity of them today. Wine? Yeah, sure. I think if you drink too much, you get sick too and vomit, which is kind of fun. Oh, and there's a whole nightclub in that too, which is kind of exciting. That's going to break down, so we might as well take this. And then if we go across over there, I think there's like an antique store where you can get some stuff that's cool. And of course, you know, it's got silly costumes, so you can find different outfits and stuff to wear. I'm very happy with my prophecy of hip hop extra extra large. It's sort of a hilarious thing that I don't know if it's a running joke, but it's definitely something I've had for a very long time. The Nick Knackery, is that the one that's got the stuff in it? I'm trying to think of what place has. Oh, does this have a bat in it? Because I'd love to make the nail bat. Yeah, it's just such a weird, expansive game that you could spend way too much time playing. Oh, we can do the Molotov. Yeah, but we should leave this area because I feel like we're just showing off this one spot, and I want to show off the loading a bit and the scope of it because it's just like this one area that we've been going to. I'm just trying to think of where the cool, yeah, this is the place that's got the stabby stuff. Okay, yeah, let's just throw that over there and grab the spear because it's kind of fun. What do you get here? Oh, the lance. That's kind of hilarious. But this is where the battle axe is. Because the battle axe is so powerful. I feel so limited because I don't have the inventory I normally have, if that makes sense. Because I'm so used to the 360 version where I've just got, like, unlimited stuff I can use, which is kind of entertaining. And I've got so much more health there, and you can just kind of take the abuse a lot more when you're prepared for it. Okay, let's go and do this funny thing, and then we'll head out to the outside area so we can show off more of the sections, because I feel like we're really not showing the full potential of what this is. Woo! Yeah, kind of hilarious. Anyways, let's, yeah, this place is cool too, and you can do the party, and then there's this thingy, which is kind of funny too. Yeah! Creaming all over. Yeah, and, yeah, anyways, totally skip that train of thought. Lots of different areas to explore. Let's head out, loading-wise, this area, so we can show off the main strip, because the big part of this, while this area is fantastic, the strip is just a lot of fun to adventure and explore and see, because it's, well, this is the Yucatan. We'll get to the outside area. Oh, come on, lady. The strip is quite fun. It's got like neat lights, a cool setting, and it's really interesting. But yeah, as you can see, like the loading is significantly faster than back in the day. Like, you have no idea. If you haven't played the 360 version of this game, you have no idea how bad loading used to be. Oh, the club's up there. The club's pretty fun. You used to go there and chill out and dance and stuff. It was pretty enjoyable. Oh, and you can go over here and you can, like, burn money in the pits, money to burn, and you keep getting more money and stuff. And, of course, they have the whole Vegas-esque theme to this one. And that sort of kicks off, I guess, the Dead Rising 2 traditional story, keeping in mind that this story is way different here. I think the density for the zombies is also pretty good, considering the scale of the world. I know in the later Dead Rising games, the quantity of zombies just gets absolutely insane, whereas here it still very much is, I don't know, more limited in terms of the design. I guess we could have gone out the outside there. We just seem to really be getting sidetracked. The food court is pretty cool from what I remember, but let's try to find the outdoors, because I don't want to miss out on showing that. Okay, so that's the outdoors. It's to the left. Oh wait, we're here. This way. Okay. Oh yeah, and this the tiger thing. I think that's just Dead Rising 2, though, specifically has the tiger thing. Yeah, this one's just a lot of fun, and it looks really good, too. I mean, they could have taken it a little bit further. It would have been nice to have an Xbox One X enhancement that the Series X could have taken advantage of, but, you know, I still think it's even nice just to have the fluidity that we get with this release in comparison to the older games, right? Because, I mean, tech-wise, there's just a lot more room for doing stuff like this. Okay, let's get down to the strip. You know, I'm just saying in regards to there being a lot more headroom for them to have. Oh, I love this loading screen so much. It's so iconic. I saw it so many times. I edited it out of videos for like hours back in the day. Oh, the loading's actually a bit long here. I'm a little bit shocked. Well, I guess this was a lot bigger and more ambitious than the first Dead Rising game, because that one, the loading screens are like literally just instant, like snap, and you're in there. Oh geez, we're actually having to wait here. Everything else was like almost instantaneous. I'm a little disappointed and almost wondering what's going on with that kind of loading. Oh, and I think there's vehicles over here. Oh, there's a little bit of a weird rendering there quickly with the zombies. That's interesting to think about. A lot of zombie density. It's actually quite impressive. And again, back in the day when you first saw Dead Rising 2, like, I think it was a pretty impressive game back then. At least to me it was. Just in terms of, like, the zombie density. You gotta remember back then it was like you play Dead Rising 1, you're like, oh, there's so many zombies, and then you play Dead Rising 2 and you're like, holy, there's a lot of zombies. And then Dead Rising 3, it's like, wow, this is an insane quantity of zombies here. What is... Oh, jeez, it's Chuck. That's not good. I'm gonna die. Oh, jeez. Okay, dynamites, that would be helpful, but I forgot that Chucky Boy is out here. Let's see if we can survive getting into the amusement park area, because that's where I wanted to head, because this area is cool. Pretty cool. Yep, I was not expecting Chuck to be there. It was a little bit of a surprise. I won't spoil his sort of element of this. But yeah, this was the new area that was introduced in Dead Rising 2 off the record. So I guess this was, I think from what I recall, and I'm not 100% sure on this was like a cut content from Dead Rising 2, and then they added it in on off the record as a bit of a bonus area to kind of, you know, add a little bit extra value, because they wanted people to buy, you know, basically Dead Rising 2 again, right? So it wouldn't have been for everyone to having to basically rebuy the same game, but I still think they had fun with it. I mean, this one's enjoyable, it's weird, it's bonkers, they do weird stuff with it. It's just a really silly, over-the-top experience. And this one, you know, you get all the galactic elements. It's actually a weird idea for, I guess you could say, an amusement park, is doing the whole, like, sci-fi element. I don't think you'd ever see that in real life. Like, a whole park being sci-fi, but, you know, who knows? Bang, what a weird place to put this. Yeah, they definitely just... So many fun memories with this one. Like, it really was seemingly the start of what could be such an amazing series. And then I hope, you know, that someday down the road, they expand Dead Rising again. Because I think it's so ripe for either direct continuations or spin-offs. You could even reimagine this series as like a super gritty sort of thing, and I think it would work very well in that regard. Oh, jeez. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot more that they can do with this series, and it really hasn't... Oh, jeez, how am I getting in there? Hasn't reached its full potential yet. Like, I really do think that there's a lot more out of this one. Like, it's got a lot more life to it, and it's just almost disappointing that we aren't, you know, seeing new releases. I don't think they have anything planned for it for a while. And that's a real pity, because this is something I've loved so much over the years, had so many fun times with. You know, it was really cool also when you could finally play with friends in the game too. I think that was a big change over the first game, was actually being able to pair up like cooperatively. I think that really changed how people saw this game, because they were like, oh yeah, okay, now it's a cooperatively fun time. And I think that's also maybe what hurt Dead Rising 4 quite a bit, was the how the multiplayer was implemented in that one, because this series, like this one, really I think was like a golden entry in the series. Specifically, I think it refined Dead Rising 2's content a lot, and did so in some really interesting ways. Oh, where am I going from outer space? I know there's like a whole, I don't know how you describe it, there's like a little ride type area you can get into, but I don't think we're going to quite get to that set up today. We're mostly just exploring and trying to show off the different areas as much as possible within the time that I've got set up for it, because yeah, Dead Rising is just kind of a blast, and I wish I had more time put into this too, because, you know, I'm not even like a really high level. There's so much more that you can really do in the game that I'm not even being able to show off, because I haven't leveled up and stuff enough. Yeah, okay, dead. It's such a silly time. Oh yeah, and there's like a bank. I don't know how you describe it. A vault you can like get into and stuff, which is kind of funny. I just remember spending like way too many hours exploring and playing this one back in the day. And I'm not even sure if it was like a really popular series I did at the time either. I just did it because it was fun. Yeah, it was definitely A lot simpler times back then, that's for sure. Ooh, spike things. I don't know if I want to give up my axe for that. The tenderizers are quite enjoyable, though. You can really shred some zombies with those, that is for sure. But yeah, the right amount of density, a good story, fun characters, memorable moments, and surprising times are what make up Dead Rising 2. And I'm sorry I couldn't even show off more of this because this world is so exciting. And going off the record was the perfect idea to add, you know, the main character back and to have some fun times with it and show off some wild moments the whole way through. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this latest dive into the Dead Rising universe.